Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Namaskar.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Namaskar.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Very good morning. We'll just wait for a minute or so. We still have some time. Some other panels are still joining.
Display. Yeah. Sounds. See.
Okay, so we'll start now. Namaskar. My name is Mahotsav Reddy. I'm the Counselor Science and Technology at the Embassy of India in Berlin. Greetings from Embassy of India. I welcome you all to the virtual meeting on Indo-German cooperation in higher education and technical education. As part of our Azadi Amrit Mahotsav, which is translated roughly to Elixir of Freedom celebrations, to commemorate 75 years of India's independence and the glorious history of its people, culture, and achievements, we are organizing a week-long celebrations events culminating on 28th of February, which we celebrate as National Science Day. So during this this week, we had two events. On Monday, we had a symposium on Indo-German cooperation in research museums. And on Tuesday, we had a virtual meeting on Indo-German cooperation in science and technology. One of the main events is to bring together the important stakeholders and policy and decision makers in the field of higher education and technical education in both the countries, in India and Germany, onto one platform and discuss the present and future directions of cooperation in higher education and technical education between the two countries, especially in the light of National Education Policy 2020, which has been adopted by the Government of India. So today, I mean, most of the panelists might have received the tentative order because of some other pressing event. Ambassador, His Excellency Parvatanini Harish will join in a short while. And what I would now request is, I'll now request Ms. Neeta Prasad, the Joint Secretary in the Ministry of Education, Government of India, to give her opening remarks. Ms. Neeta Prasad is a Joint Secretary, as I said, in the Department of Higher Education, Ministry of Education. She is an Indian Information Service Officer of 1991 batch. She is heading the International Cooperation Cell of the Ministry of Education, and she also handles issues related to promotion of Indian languages. May I now request Ms. Neeta Prasad to give her opening remarks, please? Thank you. Can you unmute yourself? You are muted.
Sorry. Yeah. A very good morning and good afternoon to all the respected participants who are joined here for this meeting. I must first of all thank the Indian Embassy in Berlin for organizing this interaction. You all know India and Germany already share a very active partnership in the field of education. There are many research and academic collaborations between our respective institutions. Even from at the level of governments, we have a formal framework, the Indo-German Strategic Partnership Program in higher education, which came into existence in April 2013, and it has been extended. It's still in existence. And there have been some very useful institutional partnerships under this program. This has helped increase our people-to-people exchange. Similarly, we have research programs, ongoing research programs under our Scheme for Promotion of Academic and Research Collaboration, or SPARC. There are about 20 joint research programs under this. Then the Center for the Indo-German Center for Sustainability, that is also a very excellent example of our collaboration. We have another scheme called GYAN, under which faculty from Germany have visited Indian institutions to teach here. So over 70 faculty have visited our institutions. So while we have all these engagements, there is a lot of scope for further expanding our educational interactions and our educational collaborations, especially under our national education policy that was launched in 2020. So India is going a major transformational reforms are underway under this policy. So under these reforms, we are aiming to give more flexibility to students to study as per their choice, interest, and convenience. The focus is on making educational multidisciplinary with a flexibility in choice of subjects across streams. Transfer of credit is being facilitated through an academic bank of credit that has already been launched, and many institutions have onboarded. Multiple entry and exit with appropriate certification is being allowed so that students can study as per their convenience. Our accreditation system is being streamlined, and the national curriculum framework is also being reworked. So all these changes will make the Indian system more globally aligned, and it will kind of lay the ground for more fruitful collaborations. Our research ecosystem is also going to be strengthened with the setting up of a national research foundation. This NRF will take care of the need to seed and build research capacity in university and colleges through a formal mentoring mechanism. Another change which institutions across the world have undergone is during this COVID pandemic is the digital delivery of education. So this in India too, it has gained a lot of strength. E-learning throughout this pandemic period has been facilitated continuously through multimodal means. have a Swayam MOOCs portal, which has more than 26 million students enrolled on it. We have been disseminating education classes and all through DTH direct to home TV channel called Swayam Prabha. Then we have 120 virtual labs, and this year's budget announcement says that we are going to set up 750 more virtual labs this year. Then the National Digital Library that we have, it has over 26 million contents with more than 6 million users registered on it. We have also launched National Education Technology Forum and are building an architecture to for this delivery of education. I mean, various aspects of education delivery, not just teaching, learning, but also governance and other aspects. So all this will further strengthen our efforts in the direction of digital delivery. And to top it all, this year, the budget has announced the setting up of a digital university. So the digital space is a space where we can look forward to collaborating with Germany, and it will be a very it's an area where we would really look forward to collaborations. Then another area that might be of interest to Germany also is promotion of Indian knowledge systems. We have an IKS division that has been set up under the AICTE in the ministry, and we are this division will promote interdisciplinary and transdisciplinary research on all aspects of Indian knowledge systems. Then skill development is another important area where the two countries can work together. Although we have a separate ministry for skill development, the two ministries are working very closely together in this area. And this year's budget has also spelled out dynamic skilling as a priority. And it has announced setting up of a digital skilling ecosystem, including e-skilling labs. Then apart from traditional sectors like manufacturing and all, there are many sectors where jobs are coming up, and we need to train people. Skilling is hugely required in industries like the drone industry, animation and gaming industry, tourism, and many other sectors. So this is another area where we can collaborate. Then apart from, I mean, these are areas of collaboration, but even if we look at the modalities for collaboration with different countries, NEP has come up with specific recommendations which for promoting internationalization. So the policy talks about enhanced student and faculty mobility, for which we have programs and which even institutions are doing at their levels. When towards this end, we are working on regulations to allow twinning, joint and dual degrees arrangements between foreign institutions. It's under consultation. And this year's budget has also announced entry of foreign institutions in Gift City in the state of Gujarat. So this is a major decision. Similarly, some top Indian institutions have also been allowed to set up campuses abroad. So we can see that there are many upcoming areas and new modalities under which our two countries can expand their academic engagements. So we look forward to working together in these areas. Thank you once again, and we would like to listen to all the other experts who I can see they are from institutions, and they are actively engaged in collaborations, academic collaborations, and they can tell us a lot about what are the possibilities for the future. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ms. Nita Prasad. Now we will have the presentation by the panelists. As I said, we will have presentation by the Indian and German experts for 5 minutes each. So we will have the first presentation from the German side, Professor Oliver Gunther, who is the president of the University of Potsdam and Vice President HRK Hochschule Rectoren Conference for Governance, Teaching and Studies. Professor Gunther has obtained his MS and PhD in computer science from University of California at Berkeley, and previously was assistant professor of computer science at the University of California at Santa Barbara. And since December 2020, he is the HRK vice president, and since the year 2012, he is the president of the University of Potsdam. And from 2012 to 2014, he was the president of the German Informatics Society. And for 7 years, from 2005 to 2012, he was the Dean of Faculty of Economics and Business Administration at Humboldt University in Berlin. With this few introduction, I will now request Professor Gunther from University of Potsdam, the President of the University of Potsdam, to present his views. Professor Gunther, please.
Well, thank you, Vats. Thank you very much for this nice introduction, and good morning to all of you in Germany, and good afternoon to all of you in India. One thing in my biography.
Your voice is little slow. I mean, your microphone maybe. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, I try to get closer. Okay. So good morning to everybody in Germany. Good afternoon to everybody in India. Thank you for this nice introduction. One piece of my biography that you didn't mention that is maybe of some interest is that my wife is Indian and my in-laws are in Chennai, and I